aging. So, but I've never been one for gardening. It's too difficult out there anyway. There's so many mosquitoes.
I see.
You get mosquitoes up in Maine, where you are?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, people complain about them. Maybe it affects different people differently. And I get stung, but it's not.
Doesn't bother you.
Doesn't bother you.
We're not in the Hamptons. We're about halfway out.
Oh.
It's a place called Brookhaven, where the National
Laboratory. Oh, where the
Laboratory.
laboratory.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but it's on the shore of the Great South Bay, and it's a pretty little house. I bought it in 1975 for $30,000, and it's been a blessing just to go out there. Barbara and I go out all winter long.
It's a winterized house?
Hmm?
Winterized house?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is winterized. It's got insulation, and then that's as winterized as it gets. But we also had an accident this year because Barbara had to have a shoulder operation, and she needed to exercise, and then she couldn't lift anything and so forth. So we didn't go out there. And for some reason, the furnace went out. It's a new furnace.
Oh, did the pipes freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no. It sounds like something that would happen to our house.
That's what it sounded like, yeah. But in the end, it was really terrible. We had to have a new floor put in and new ceilings in one part of the house. But the insurance company paid it off, so. And a friend of ours is a contractor out in that neighborhood, so he did it all.
How much did it end up, may I ask?
About $20,000.
That's about almost as much as costing us, isn't it? Yeah. 10 is something we could ill afford to do. It's terrible.
Well, you don't have insurance.
We don't have flood insurance. We never thought we would need it in Maine. You know what I mean? Do you have flood insurance?
Well, we do, because the hurricanes hit down there, so I do have that.
What are you working on now, Arthur?
Well, I'm doing a lot of writing, actually, in addition to these sort of essays in The Nation and a couple of monographic studies. I've got a book, philosophical book that I'm working on.
A philosophical book?
Well, you know, I do write a lot of philosophy too. So. But I mean, you know, I write so much stuff on.
I guess I think that you are now. You do mostly like to do mostly on works on art.
I like to do that, but I think I would fall to pieces if that's all I did.
Now, you did a piece on Jeff Wall.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that response to that?
I don't know yet. You never find out. You really never find out unless you hear from somebody.
What else have you been reviewing?
Well, I don't know. I've got to figure out what the next thing will be. My editor is leaving. He's going to the London Review of Books. So I'll have to find out what the new editor is going to be like. And Richard Serra's having a show at the Museum of London.
Right, I was reading about that.
Controversy with Serra over.
You were against it?
I was against
over
it.
Tilted Arc.
Yeah, I said it should be removed.
Yeah, it was a danger to the public. It was a danger to the public.
That's right. It was a big piece of public art, and it was a terrible piece of judgment. But
yeah, badly conceived, really.
Yeah. Well, the museum people all lined up. I mean, they said, you know, I mean, it's site-specific, and they had all those reasons, but the people couldn't use the space. So.
But do you know him, Richard Serra?
I've met him, but he's a really tough guy. I mean, I will never be able to be in a room with him. He'll knock me flat.
They said that someone told me who knew a friend. Well, Bob Creeley said he is a friend of Jim Dime. He said Dime was a bitter man. You know, he.
Bitter man, I
Yeah.
know Jim, and we've collaborated on things actually, but I've never.
He's tough. Is he tough?
I don't know if he's tough. I imagine that he could be verbal. He would let you know, give you a piece of his mind, as they say. But I don't know if he gets physical the way Richard Serra does.
Really?
No.
Has he, Sarah, ever been arrested for assault and battery?
He could have been. He was a couple down in Baltimore. I think their name is Meyerhoff. They're big collectors, and they have a farm, and their collection is there. And they commissioned Sarah to do a specific site-specific piece for them. And Sarah went up there, and he decided it belonged in relationship to the house in such a way that it cut off their view entirely. So they said that they didn't want it, and Sarah knocked the guy down. Just knocked him down. And so he had a lot of has a lot of reputation at that time as a man who, you know, would do that a lot. And
handy with his fist.
yeah, he's tough that way. You don't see that much. Greenberg used to knock people down, but you don't see a lot of it in the art world these days.